This video is going to help you figure out why you're motivated at night but not in the morning, and how to fix this so you can follow through with your goals no matter what time it is. I'm Ross Jacobson, aka The Disciplined Rebel. This channel is all about helping you build self-discipline. If you like what you see here, hit the like button, and if you're new, subscribe for more videos like this. Now let's do this. A lot of people ask me why am I motivated at night but not in the morning. When someone does, the first thing I usually ask is, what do you mean when you say you're motivated at night? Do you mean you are A, doing lots of productive things at night? Or do you mean you are B, staying up at night thinking about all the really exciting things you want to do, but not actively doing those things? And they almost always mean option B. Here's what you were probably experiencing when you say you were motivated at night but not in the morning. At night, you dream up things you want to get done the next day. The next morning, you wake up unmotivated and don't follow through with your goals. Even when you do get some things done at night, you're still dissatisfied because you lose motivation the next morning and don't keep that momentum going. The underlying problem here is that you're having trouble following through with your goals. So to answer the question, why am I motivated at night but not in the morning, I'm going to divide this video into 3 sections. First, I'm going to discuss why you get motivated at night. Second, I will talk about why you lose motivation in the morning. And third, I will give you several strategies for how to fix things so you can follow through with your goals at all times of the day. Section 1. Why you get motivated at night. Reason number 1, you are more relaxed. Unless you work the night shift, you are likely done with all the responsibilities you have to do by the end of the day. Even if you didn't get your responsibilities done, it's likely you've told yourself, well, it's too late today, I'll get to it tomorrow. So now you enter a state of relaxation. You kick back and unwind, maybe do something fun with friends. Even if you were stressed out from the day's activities, you were likely decompressing before bed, at least to some extent. Now, instead of focusing on all those daily chores that occupy your mind during the day, you can spend more time getting pumped up about the things you want to get done. Reason number 2. It's fun to think of ideas when you don't have to do them until later. When you were close to going to bed, you were likely to give yourself permission to get to things tomorrow. This mentality frees your mind up to think of ideas without giving any thought as to how to execute those ideas. You stop worrying as much as you would during the day about the work, effort, and obstacles involved. You start to just freely think about all the possibilities out there. And it's a ton of fun to imagine things, especially if you aren't paying much attention to the hard work and challenges needed to make your goals a reality. Reason number 3, you bias your present self over your future self. The next reason is somewhat like the previous one, but from a different perspective. At night, sometimes you create this distance between 2 versions of yourself. Your present self, who's currently living in the night, and your future self, who will be born the next morning. Your present self doesn't have to do any work. Just gets the fun of coming up with all these cool plans. On the other hand, your future self has to do all the work. But your present self doesn't care, since it won't have to worry about that version of you for a long time. So there's no reason to take the ridiculous amount of work your future self has to do into consideration. This biasing of your present self over your future self is known as present bias, and it's something that most people experience to some extent or another. Most people end up favoring their present self over their future self. They end up planning way more than they can possibly handle. Section 2. Why you lose motivation in the morning. Reason number 1. Thinking is easier than doing. It's one thing to say you were going to do something. It's another matter entirely to actually do it. When you wake up in the morning after a night of thinking of all these plans, you suddenly face the reality of following through with them. You realize just how much more difficult it's going to be than you initially anticipated. Reason number 2. Your night plans overwhelm you the next day. Let's say the night before you have all these elaborate plans. Tomorrow I'm going to study, start meditating, clean my room, work out, do several errands, learn how to cook, and read a book. Then you wake up the next morning and realize how unrealistic getting all those plans done in the same day is. Once you get overwhelmed, all your motivation goes out the window. Reason number 3. You like the idea of the plan, but not the details. A lot of time during the planning phase of a goal, people are not specific on the details. Because you aren't thinking closely about the particular steps involved, the idea often seems more doable than it really is. Imagine 2 moments in time. First, on a Tuesday night, you decide you want to learn to play guitar. You might think, I should learn to play guitar. I'm going to practice every day. Your idea is great, but there aren't any details involved as to how to execute it. So now, on Wednesday morning, you wake up and aren't sure what to do. I want to play guitar, but I'm not sure where to start. Do I get lessons? Do I self-teach? What guitar should I buy? Should I learn acoustic or electric? What do I learn first? After thinking about all those details, things either seem overwhelming or highlight just how much work is involved. And often, once you realize how hard something really is, you procrastinate or give up. The night before, you just thought about all the awesome outcomes of the idea, but not about the details of everything you would have to do to pull it off. Section 3. How to fix things so you can follow through with your goals. Now, I'm going to give you several strategies to help you break this cycle of being motivated at night but not in the morning. Tip number 1. Think through the details when planning your goals. This will help in 2 ways. At night, when you're making the plans, it will help you more accurately determine what ideas you really want to commit to. The next morning, it will help you transition more easily into executing those plans, since you'll be prepared for the specific steps involved. Tip number 2. Prioritize your goals. What's the point of having a million plans if you never follow through with them? You're much better off prioritizing your goals and focusing on one thing at a time. This will help prevent you from getting overwhelmed when you wake up in the morning. Tip number 3. Form habits instead of relying on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. There's no way to hack it so that you're motivated all the time. There are going to be days you wake up and just feel like eating candy and watching Netflix all day. But if you focus on forming habits, you'll find yourself getting things done even when you aren't motivated. Things will simply start to become part of your routine, and then you won't have to worry about being motivated in the morning at all, since you will just do the things you need to do out of habit. Tip number 4. Focus more on intrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards are benefits you receive in return for the work you do, which come from within. They're often intangible things, like the joy of learning, fulfilling a purpose, and internal sense of satisfaction. Whereas extrinsic rewards are tangible benefits you receive that come from external sources. For example, money, fame, and status. While there's nothing wrong with having some extrinsic rewards you care about, intrinsic rewards are often overlooked. They can be extremely beneficial. This is because you receive intrinsic rewards during the process of pursuing a goal, not just after the goal is completed, which provides a constant stream of positive reinforcement. Tip number 5. Don't put pressure on yourself to be motivated all the time. Think about your nighttime ideas as a kind of brainstorming session. Not everything you brainstorm needs to be put into action. The key is just to make progress on some of your ideas as often as you can. Over time, your progress will add up and you will achieve incredible things. I would really appreciate it if you liked this video. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to get notified when new videos come out. Thanks for watching, and best of luck in your journey to build self-discipline.